I'm starting my challenge tomorrow, and even though I didn't really actually want any candies tonight, I'm still having them. It's kind of that thing where you say to yourself that you can't have it, and then you suddenly want it. So I'm just getting it out of my system. These are the candies I'm eating. Challenge starts tomorrow. Yes, guys, I quit sugar for 30 days, and to be honest, it was a roller coaster. I got a candy in my jacket. We all know that processed sugar is not good for us. So I went into this hoping to, of course, challenge myself, but also see if I could feel better, look better, and perform better. Little did I know that this technically positive challenge would bear consequences even after I ended it. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's go back to day one, where it all started with me shopping for some sugar-free things. I bought myself this 100% chocolate. I've tasted this before, and since I already eat 80% chocolates, like 80% dark chocolates, I think I will be fine. Then I've bought myself some almond milk, no sugars. Again, this is easy for me because I already love this milk. Like, I've drank this before, and usually this one I like more than the one with sugars, so piece of cake again. And then I bought myself some tomato sauce that has no added sugar because I love my ketchups and tomato sauces. But yeah, I'll check in with you guys, and yeah, okay, wish me luck. Day one, 30 days to go. The first couple of days were truly a piece of cake, no pun intended. I ate whole, nutritious foods. I also made sure that I have plenty of fruits to snack on. And on day 3, I suddenly was craving something sweet, so I thought, okay, it's time to experiment. And I made some cookies simply by mixing fruits with 100% dark chocolate. They have a pleasant taste. Like, I can smell and taste a little bit the raspberry, but they're not, I wouldn't say that the banana and raspberry were a good sugar placement. I would just need to like add a little bit more. I have some room for improvement, but it's not bad. As you could tell from my positive outlook, I was really doing well, and I even started to feel like this challenge might be too easy. I'm kind of afraid that this challenge will be too easy. And I'm thinking of ways already how to make it harder, because if a challenge is easy, then it's not a challenge. Because every time I'm craving something sweet, I can just eat a fruit. So it's not really a challenge, guys. Look at this little cutie bean. That beautiful doggo is 17 years old. And look how strong and tall she's still standing. Yeah, you go, girl. Yeah, you show 'em. Baby. I was craving a challenge. That's me, guys. There's nothing I could do. So finally, at the end of my first week, there was a big family garden party, and I knew that there would be a lot of sweets and snacks, and there were. So I was excited for that little bit of an extra challenge. It was a huge, beautiful table, and a lot of people brought like their own homemade desserts. It was just stunning. And do you know what I had from that table? A banana. I had a banana and a black coffee. This was actually another thing that came out of this challenge. I started to love black coffee, something that I previously never cared for. My body was simply adapting to new things and new tastes.
It is day 8 of my challenge. I have to say that I wasn't expecting losing that much weight, meaning obviously, you know, I haven't lost like 10 kilograms, but I've lost about 1.5 kilos.
Don't worry, guys, I gained it back, but let's not get ahead of ourselves.
In 1 week, that is kind of crazy. I think it's because I am eating less, but I'm not trying to eat less. I'm just realizing how much more I was eating, and I was eating through sugar. You know, pastries and snacks here and there. I'm definitely feeling it more today, and I will feel it tomorrow because I have my period in a couple of days, and usually I crave way more calories and sugar, so I'm stocking up on fruits.
Not only did I stock up on fruits, but the entire week I was looking for ways how to satisfy my sugar cravings. I baked the best cookies in the world, quite literally. I love them so much. They consist of peanut butter, banana, 100% dark chocolate, and some flour, but still, that wasn't enough.
Since yesterday, I'm really craving sugar, which can mean two things. Either I'm not eating enough calories, which is probably the case, or I'm lacking some, I don't know, B vitamins or something. That's what Google told me. And I also think the 1.5 kilograms, almost 2, that I lost, I feel like I will definitely gain it back because I am eating the banana and peanut butter cookies all the time. I feel like that's the only sweet thing that I can have, so I'm having it. If I want to step up my game, I need to start eating more fruits and berries. Like I did at the first couple of days. I feel like I was so smart at the start of the challenge, and then I was like, oh, this is easy, this is nothing. And that made me go like, oh, I don't need to think about what I eat, but I do, guys.
I don't think I've ever felt this way. Like when I used to eat sugar, I never really craved it like I crave now. Like I keep thinking about ice cream, I keep thinking about, I don't know, so many things. I think I need to eat more because honestly, guys, I'm spending my Sunday in bed because I feel tired. Is it because I'm not eating enough? Because I swear to God, I'm eating. I think my body is just used to like eating the way I did, plus snacking on some sugar here and there. I don't know. This is a coconut hazelnut butter with dates. And I also bought a different brand of 100% dark chocolate because I need to experiment.
Oh, and I experimented. I tried to really pay attention to my calories and make sure that I eat enough. I still snacked on the best cookies in the world, but I also made sure that I eat a lot of healthy, well-balanced, nutritious meals. And then finally, my pre-period week came to an end and I did see a positive effect.
My skin is clearer before my period than usual. So usually 3 days before my period, I get a lot of breakouts. This month, I got maybe 1 breakout. First unusual thing. Second thing, and probably the thing I'm most happy about, I've made a TikTok about this. My PMS, BMDD, again, is usually very dramatic. I'm over the top, and I was a little bit dramatic as usual, but I felt like not as much.
Finally, it was time for my work trip to Paris. Yes, I have an awesome job where I get to go to Paris. I was hesitant about how it would go. Would I struggle with not being able to eat the croissants, the pastries, the macaroons? But surprisingly, it was really good. And I think it's because I was focused on work. When I look back at my challenge, this time in Paris was actually the easiest time. And again, I think it's because I was very disciplined and focused on different things. Of course, my team made sure to still make fun of me, obviously.
Yes, we bought this bread. We thought that it's gonna be normal bread, but it's bread with sugar, so here we are.
No breakfast for real today.
Delicious.
After the work trip, I got home and slowly went into my reflection mode. That's just something that I naturally do when different things, projects, and challenges come to an end. And I realized something that I thought would serve as the main lesson of this challenge. Little did I know that it was just a component, a little piece to a much bigger puzzle.
Where do I draw the line? Because obviously I haven't been eating sugar this past month, but what if I take like, salty something like, garlic bread and it has a little bit of sugar? What if I go out on a restaurant and I take, pasta with tomato sauce and that sauce has a little bit of sugar? So where do I draw the line? Because if I would be challenging myself in a way where I eat no sugar at all, like no added sugar, I mean, that could be a challenge because that means no breads, no going out anywhere because any sauce I add might have a little bit of sugar. And then there's the next step if I also don't eat fruit, right? So I think that's the biggest learning of this challenge. Sugar is added into everything. But of course, I took this challenge with the purpose of not eating sweets, obvious sugars, desserts, and all of that. But it was an interesting and a new challenge for me because I realized that technically sugar is added into everything. So that's how it's going. I'm gonna drink my morning coffee. I have to do some work and then I have to get going, but I just wanted to do this little check-in.
And so the last couple of days were spent cooking different nutritious meals. I made sure that I eat enough calories, but I also continued experimenting with sugar-free desserts. I practiced my baking skills, but in my heart, I was ready for the challenge to be over.
I have to be honest, guys, I'm really waiting for my challenge to end because it's fall and I want to have a pumpkin spice latte. I really do.
I was counting the final hours of my challenge and day 30 finally came. I celebrated it with a big, healthy breakfast and I truly felt proud that I did it. But guys, this is where we get to the consequences I mentioned at the start of the video. You see, when I went into this, I thought it would be a simple, fun, exciting challenge. I never really craved that much sugar to begin with, I just had it regularly, and so I wanted to challenge myself and see if I could live a little bit healthier. But after this challenge ended, are you ready? Are you ready? I consistently overate on sugar for about 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Because I had denied myself sugar for so long, mentally, I felt like I had to overcompensate. And this is the big lesson. This is what I want to give you. When it comes to food, many of us crave the things we deny ourselves. I didn't care that much for sugar when I allowed myself to have it, but it was when I said to myself I absolutely can't have it that I started craving it the most. Yes, maybe I could have eaten more calories or protein to satisfy my cravings, you know, maybe it was physical, but knowing me and knowing the relationship I have formed with food, it's always mental for me. You see, when I was about 19 or 20 years old, I was having a really unhealthy relationship with food. I was obsessing over it all the time and I had these stomach problems and I would go into these cycles of overeating, undereating, overeating, undereating. Finally, I knew it was time to change, so I bought this fantastic book I've mentioned plenty of times called Eat What You Love, Love What You Eat. And not only did this book help me form a healthy mindset around food, it also stood as a basis for some of my favorite videos, and I know you also guys love this video, how to build a healthy relationship with food. It's actually my 4th video on this channel, so it's like back in the day, one of my first videos. And so since that time, I have really worked on my mental space to feel free around food. And this challenge actually, in a way, reminded me of a very strict mindset that I had let go of. But at the end of the day, with every challenge, you learn something new. And this challenge taught me how many fruits can be used to make absolutely delicious desserts. It taught me how our palate, our taste buds change. Like 100% dark chocolate, it's really bitter, but I ate it a lot and I got used to it. You know, we can form our taste buds, if that makes sense. It also taught me how many calories we intake from sugar. Truly, I didn't realize how much we rely on sugar intake rather than protein intake or healthy fats or veggies. And I'm already I would consider myself a healthy person. You know, I think about protein, I think about healthy fats, but this challenge showed me that not nearly as enough as I should, right? I would really snack so much on little sugary things. But ultimately, this challenge taught me the importance of balance. Eat well, study nutrition, limit sugar if you can, absolutely. But be very careful saying to yourself, sugar bad, can't have sugar. Because that might just be the biggest trigger ever to craving it 24/7. I want to thank you all for watching my journey. Let me know down in the comments, would it be easier for you to not eat salt for 30 days or not eat sugar for 30 days? Because I was thinking about it a lot. That is it, guys. I want to finish off with footage from day 31, so day 1 after my challenge. Let's just call these clips Ylva is happy and she can finally have her pumpkin spice latte. Thanks so much, guys, and bye.
My first pumpkin spice latte of the year. Let's have a sip. I'm actually so excited. Like, who would have thought that I would be so excited about a fall thing? Actually me, because I just love fall. Okay, let's go. I love